Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome to yet another episode of Sydney Social Live, a one of its kind, thought-provoking talk show where we put the spotlight on hidden realities of modern day social circles here in Sydney. Why hidden realities? Because these are issues that a lot of people are struggling with, but unfortunately, not enough people are talking about them. Except, of course, us here at Sydney Social Live. Now, what is the purpose of the show? The purpose of the show is to spark important conversations, to cultivate positivity, and to foster a community that is accepting and non-judgmental. As you all know, each week I have a very special guest who comes and joins me here on the show, and this is one that a lot of people are excited about. So I have here with me, drum roll, Parul Mehta.
Thank you, Nim.
Thank you, Parul, for coming and joining me on Sydney Social Life. How do you feel about being here with me today?
Oh, my privilege. I'm sitting next to Nim Gholkar. What else am I asking for?
Oh, that
my
is
privilege. The best Sunday evening spent.
Are you as excited as I am?
I am super excited.
You are super excited. I know our audience is also very excited because I've had a lot of people say that they're going to be tuning in, they're going to be listening, and if they can't listen to it live, they're definitely going to listen to it recorded. So that is going to be a lot of fun, है ना?
Yes, definitely. And let's see if somebody, has any questions or something. As we have said, more than happy to answer any question that I has. There is no silly questions, so please go for it.
Yes, so please do ask your questions. Now is the time. And leave your highs, tell us where you're logging in from, because a lot of people tune in from different parts of the world.
Wow.
India se bhi log honge jo sun rahe honge. So please tell us which city you're logging in from. We love hearing from you. Ask your questions. We will do our best to reply during the live session, but for whatever reason, if you're not able to post during the live, you can always post afterwards, and I'm sure Parul will be happy to answer. So Parul, I'm just going to read out a little bit about you first.
Sure.
Of course, Sydney siders, most of them know who you are. आप तो
बड़े
celebrity हो.
लोग अपने दिल में मुझे रखते हैं. I'm happy.
But let's read out a little bit about you anyway. So, Parul you're the owner, founder of Indian Matrimonial.
That's correct.
And you specialize mainly Australia and New Zealand, right?
Yes.
And most of the clients are citizens or they are permanent residents. You provide services to a whole different sets of people. There's professionals, there are the young adults, mature age, divorced, single moms, widows, physically challenged, everything. And what I really loved is that your costs and packages are clearly mentioned on your website.
Very clearly.
No hidden surprises. That's what I really love about it.
Yeah.
So are we ready to get started?
Sure.
Now, Parul, I know you're the founder, owner of Indian Matrimonial, but I believe you also do something full-time. You've got a full-time job. So tell us about what you do and how do you balance everything?
Okay, that's one of the easier thing to answer, I guess. So thanks for starting with the easy question. So yes, I work for Sydney Trains. जो train में आते जाते हो. Yes.
Okay.
So I started. It's been 19 years with the same company.
Wow.
I had started as a part-time cleaner 2004 पे और बस रास्ते बढ़ते गए, मंजिलें आगे चलती गई, jobs बदलते गए. As we talk now, I'm into admin support kind of a role. And absolutely loving that.
And look where you are today. Now you're the owner of a flourishing business. I mean, that is amazing.
Yes, always had that passion to do something back for the community, do something that is, little bit fun for India.
Yes.
So I work shift work in railway job. So मेरा कभी morning shift, कभी afternoon shift, कभी night shift. So I get time off during, weekdays में भी मिलते, weekend में भी होते. तो I thought I'm made for something different as well. घर चलाने को job चाहिए, mortgage pay करना है, तो that is going on.
Yeah.
This is more of my community gig. So
and your passion, I suppose, है ना?
Absolutely passion.
Yeah, wow. So today we've got a lot of interesting topics around romance, dating, marriages, ये वो सब, and I know a lot of people are super excited about these topics.
Yes.
तो मुझे पहला question आपको ये पूछना था कि I myself have had an arranged marriage. I got married 28 years ago, and I insisted on having an arranged marriage. ठीक है? I didn't want to have a love marriage. मुझे arranged marriage ही चाहिए था. तो मुझे आपसे पूछना है कि क्या अभी भी arranged marriages, is it still a popular concept amongst the young people, or have things changed?
देखो, अरेंज मैरिज तो मेरी भी हुई थी 30 इयर्स पहले, ठीक है. वो ज़माने में था मैं घर से भाग के शादी करूंगी, पर ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं, अरेंज मैरिज ही हुई. बट दैट वाज अ डिफरेंट टाइम, डिफरेंट एरा, डिफरेंट अपब्रिंगिंग, एवरीथिंग वाज डिफरेंट. especially where we live here, away from our motherland, where we don't have too much of our own community here and everything. Our kids are born into a lot of multicultural, they grew up in a multicultural society, everything. So I personally, I don't think so arranged marriages are very, very, very popular. Because our kids knowingly, unknowingly, a few of them or most of them try to merge into the mainstream kind of a mindset, and that is dating from the high school years, having their own girlfriend, boyfriend. So kahin na kahin, wherever I think, though the kids are attached to the Indian root, somewhere they feel they are missing out, a loser kind of a batch.
So if you try and go to a matrimonial site to find a life partner, they see themselves often as being less.
I think dating apps, जो बहुत सारे हैं, they are still within their cool category, coming to a matrimony kind of a perspective, and that is run by motherly age, kind of a people. Its thought itself is very daunting that I can't put up with my mother. Now I have to put up with auntie also. Kahin na kahin to I know. But one thing is there. I have half the databases of the people who are born here, or at least been here from age of 2, 3 primary school se yahan par. That is majority of my database. So people, when they talk to me, they really connect and they understand, okay, now this is where things are. So yes, it is a stigma. People don't really opt out for this, but as and as the word is spreading and they can see, oh, but my friend got married through her, so it must be something working for them. And my working style, like mine, or maybe modern working style, is not like what it used to be. Like you see the face, you meet for a coffee, and next day is your engagement. Doesn't happen things like this. So balanced approach.
Okay, so there is it's
stigma.
Not
yes, there is a stigma.
A bit of a stigma
yes,
at the moment, because
that is what I see.
Yes, which is sad, because
I mean, look.
But that's the modern world, and you're right. Initially, of course, it is about trying to find someone through your network. But again, if you need help to find your partner, then it should just be seen as an extension of that search to find the right soulmate.
It is. People are ready to invest into buyer's agent to find the property. They are ready to invest into the recruitment manager when they look for a job. Sometimes people are not ready to invest into a good matrimony, kind of a service provider. Just because there is lack of awareness, maybe, or there is stigma or something. Maybe one day that will be the whole.
Through this episode, I'm sure that we will create more
awareness. Maybe it's just putting another mindset to it. And
true. Excellent. So tell me one thing, that why is it so difficult for a lot of people to find a life partner? What are some challenges you think?
Oh my goodness, the list could be from there to here, Nim. Like, okay.
kahan
se shuru kare? But let's see, my style of explaining people is very example based. So hopefully that makes it easier in something.
For people to understand.
So I'll start, like say, partner search is equal to looking for a black party dress for a Christmas party at the workplace. Okay. So now you have 2 months to look for the dress. You as a Nim might think, okay, let me go to Myers. Let me, go feel, touch, try. If it fits, you'll go Myers, you'll try it. Yes, you found something for $200. Budget tha, everything was fine. You are ready with it. Absolutely. Sometimes Nim will buy, or the other times Nim would say, why am I buying from the very first store? I've got 2 months. I can spend a little bit more. I might be able to save some money. I want to look at the whole shopping center. So in spite of everything being the perfect and could be the best dress, and maybe afterwards you have the readiness to come and buy that, you will still look for the whole shopping center. So pura, like, the whole lot will go through. Then you'll take a photograph, something, you'll try it, you'll show it to your friend. How does this look? Haven't you tried? Why you are in this suburb? Go to city, they have better ones. So Nim would again get confused. Okay, no problem. Leave this aside. I'll go to city and I'll have a better choice. So Nim will go there. Then Nim would say, okay, maybe internet pe dekhte hain. There is a lot of online and not everything is rubbish. Like there are literally good stuff over there. So maybe fitting, if it doesn't fit right, teda meda yahan wahan se hotel kar lenge, kuch bhi kar lenge. So again Nim is now confused because internet pe once she's gone, there is multiple options. Now Nim is confused, do I want with the ruffle look or a sequin look or something that I can next time wear it? So let's buy something I can wear it for the office also and outside. It's world of opportunities. Right? Same thing with the matrimony. It's a world of opportunities we did not have in our generation. We didn't have this internet matching. So whatever limited option we had, either of the store or either of the shopping center,
or the life partner.
yeah, same thing, like जो dress का था या जो life partner का था, we were very comfortable and we did it and we believe that this is the best suited for me. Absolutely. And make it happen.
Yes.
Make it happen. We never worried about who bought at what price and who did at what. I'm happy, let's go ahead and this. So now, why the partner search is becoming too difficult? It's only because other data is freely available, readily available in an abundance of quantity.
Yeah.
So by the time you look at all these things, it takes a while.
Yeah.
So the easier thing is the sooner you realize your personality type, you realize what is required in the partner. Like आप एक wish list बना लेते हो ना, tick list. Everybody makes a tick list.
Yes.
So you have your wish list. This is mandatory items. Living in Australia, grown up here. I want a career-oriented professional. Somebody who wants to have kids. Somebody who wants to, mingle with my family. Whatever is your criteria, you make one. That is non-negotiable. Then you have kind of a negotiable item, like in the sense of height, looks, that whatever is your thing, and then go with the mindset of getting to know somebody with the intention of marriage. I come across a lot of people who unfortunately look for the matches not with the intention of marriage. They know they don't want to get married till another 4 years or 5 years. It's just aimless thing. Because the matrimony search is very hard, let us start now
itself.
So you are meeting another person who is not ready.
Yes.
So there is now whole whirlpool of people who are not ready, just aimlessly dating, but
not
शादी नहीं हो रही है ना.
That is sad, yeah, and it's misleading as well, right? Because you are not ready. What if the other person wants to get married straight away?
Is somebody's waste of time. If you
Exactly.
go out in the people who are seriously looking, they will echo and they'll agree to what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wow.
Sometimes the parents are more ready than the kids.
Of course.
And that is also a failure.
Yeah.
So
So what I'm hearing from you is, because nowadays there are so many choices and so many opportunities and so many platforms, you just keep thinking maybe there is something better if I keep searching. Back in my day, I'll tell you something very funny. Back in the day, we were raised, my generation was raised to believe that you don't have to worry and wait for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mr. Good enough will do.
Yeah. And that is what we were taught with.
Yes.
And like, some kuch na kuch to you have to, let it go. Now coming back to our black dress scenario, it is you selecting the black dress. Kahin na kahin jaake you selected a black dress, whether it was Maya's, whether it was another store, online, kahin bhi kar liya. Now the complication is the black dress has to select you. Matrimony is not you selecting black dress.
Has to be both ways.
हाँ, वो बोलेगी मैं निम के wardrobe में नहीं जाऊँगी.
हाँ, क्या करोगे?
हाँ, मैं नहीं जाऊँगी, मैं तो सेलिब्रिटी के wardrobe में जाऊँगी, है ना?
बिल्कुल.
हाँ, फिर आपका जो 1-2 महीने की रिसर्च थी कि जहाँ जाके आपने बोला this is the dress, वो ड्रेस ने मना कर दिया. आप पहले दिन से चक्कर कर रहे.
Back to square one. Yeah.
There you go. Hopefully this example is,
I love your example. It's a great analogy, and I'm sure it's clarified a lot of things in a lot of people's minds. Because, you often get this question from people, why is it so difficult to find a life partner? Exactly because of this. Because we don't know when something is good enough. And we keep thinking there's something better and something better. And then the search is endless.
Endless, yeah.
Fabulous. I'm glad you shed some light on that. And in terms of what can people do to make the process smoother, you rightly said know your negotiables and then also know what your non-negotiables are.
And take the advice of your parents, friends, subject matter expert, your friend who has been married from 2 years, जिसने वो 2 साल 3 साल चक्कर काटे, उसको पूछो भाई काटने के इतना सारा करने के बाद भी are you okay with what you found, or I could stop somewhere where जो मिला उससे निभाने वाली तो maybe.
True. Somebody said hi to you, and that is Upma Khanna. She says, good to see you, Parul.
Oh, hi Upma ji, how are you?
So everybody please say hi, let us know where you're logging in from. I know it's Sunday afternoon and everyone's busy, but if you're here and watching, do leave a comment or ask Parul a question. Okay, now I want to ask you whether from our good old days, you said you're married for 30 years, I'm married for 28 years. Has the whole matrimonial scene and the space changed since back then, and if so, how?
देखो, it has changed. ये change is inevitable. हमेशा से generation से change होते रहते हैं, हम उसको adapt करते रहते हैं. So yes, the change is inevitable. It has changed, but there are a lot of changes that this generation has seen. We in Australia, I'll talk in Australian context.
Yes.
We are a migrant generation. So our kids, yes, as much as they are Indian at home, they are not so much Indian at outside. as much as we are Indian at home, we are not as much Indian outside.
Correct.
तो confusing personalities तो हमारी भी है. तो बच्चों like no, you can't fault the kids or something, but the change that has happened, we have become more friendlier with the kids. Our generation and kids can work together. If say a kid is going through a relationship that is without the parents' consent, maybe I've seen parents are accepting it a bit better.
Right.
In our generation, what I had heard was like if you picked up somebody that was not approved by your parents, only thing was Hindi picture की तरह you घर से भाग के शादी करो, which I wanted to do, didn't end up doing, but you know the Hindi movies were so tempting यार वो दिन पे ना something like that.
कयामत से कयामत.
Yeah, कयामत से कयामत. There you go जुई चाला वाला. So that is what my के ये वाला
aspiration.
Yeah. Abhi, do you ever see those kind of examples? Nowhere, not in India, not in here.
Yeah.
People generally have accepted के है. मैं तो मेरे पेरेंट्स को बोलती जो होते हैं उसको फॉर द सन इफ द वरीड के गर्लफ्रेंड है यार ईरानियन है मुझे नहीं पता है क्या करूँ कर लड़की तो है एटलीस्ट शी इज अ गर्ल लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दैट्स अ पॉजिटिव स्टेप नाउ यू मेक श्योर यू नो एवरीथिंग इज देन डिस्कस्ड देन लेट देम स्पेंड सम टाइम टुगेदर लेट देम फिगर आउट kids are very well educated. They are very responsible. When I got married, I had no saving of my own. Yes, I used to work chiller here or whatever, but I was more reliant on my parents' decision, my in-laws' decision, everything. The generation is a bit different. Unless they have the saving for their first home, they really don't even want to step out in most of the cases.
Right.
They're happy not to get married at 20 to 23. They're happy to wait till 27, 28, 29 when they've, accomplished some goals and everything. Parents, on the other hand, have also been, as I said, little bit more lenient as well, and very accepting of the facts that yes, they could be not a perfect match in something, but as long as my kids are happy, I'm done. हमारे ज़माने में ना we even had those movie characters and the jokes about the samdan, like the boy's mom and the girl's mom not getting along, and it was like your family, my family kind of fight.
Correct.
Now the parent generation are best friends. Like जैसे भी रिश्ता वो दोनों टिक जाए, we are happy.
That's true.
Something on those lines. So there is lot of change in the matrimony world.
Yeah.
And I'm accepting those changes. As a
You got to go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
The mantra over there is be friends with your kids. Listen to them.
Yes.
And half the time.
Yeah.
सबके घर में होता है, मेरे घर में हुआ, आपके घर में भी जब वक्त आएगा होगा. Maybe you and your husband also are at a different opinion. That's fine. So it may be. It's betterment of your kids. Whatever it requires,
Yes.
do it.
Do it. Okay. So when we were chatting offline, one of the things we discussed is how are the decisions made about, whether this person is going to be my life partner or not. On some superficial aspects, like just looking at a photo, and decisions are being made just based on, and they say don't judge a book by its cover, but still a lot of decisions you mentioned the other day when we were chatting is made just by looking. So tell us a little bit about what's happening there.
Okay, so as I said, the matrimony world has a very big chunk of the social presence, of the physical presence, and that is through person you don't know. So it is on the social media. So dating app ke upar something. So people are required to put photographs, and they put photographs of obviously the best version of themselves. That is right. Is the best version actually applicable for every day? This is classic again. Kids call me parents. Somehow parents generation is little bit they know कैसे होता है. Kids generation goes, auntie, look, I need girl like this. I said, beautiful girl, where did you get her? If she's okay, just go ahead and marry it. You don't need me. No, auntie, that is from the Instagram.
So just a random photo.
Yeah, random photo. I want a girl like this. Do you have a girl like this? And I look at him, I said, ऐसा तो नहीं होता है बेटे, पर okay, चलो, just to satisfy his thing, and whether for me to assess whether he is my ideal client or whether he can then rethink and say whether he wants to be my client or something. So I give them like कभी किसी लड़की ना बेटियां सबकी होती है. You cannot judge somebody who has a okayish photograph to this photograph कि आपके लिए सही है नहीं. तो respectful behavior, that is a mandatory requirement. देन उसको समझाती हूँ कि बेटा आपकी सेविंग जो है उसमें आपको लगता है आप उसको निभा पाओगे. हर ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स, हर शूज और बैग, द कार शी स्टैंडिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ, जो बाल के वो हाईलाइट्स एंड जो कराया हुआ है ना वो भी $500 एक बार का होता है. He goes, really auntie? I said, yeah. Even the foundation properly she's wearing, that is a $250 ka bottle. So now you like it because you are not paying from your pocket. and you don't mind because she's missing from home to getting herself groomed. That is on her time. It is not on your time. So you have zero problem. But to maintain this hair and to dress up this way and to look pretty every day, it requires effort. It definitely does require effort. And I say, are you okay? For her to, she would be earning professional definitely, but putting chunk of her, thing for her grooming, because that's how you like her and that's how she likes herself. It's not about you, she's dressed up. She is like she is.
So based on that, I'm finding, because our show is Sydney Social and it's about what's happening in society, I see a reflection of that even in what's happening in social friendships. Because you said people are basing their choices just on superficial, how does she look? I'm finding that people are also choosing friendships based on superficial factors. What kind of car are you driving? What kind of suburb are you living in? Have you noticed that the way people are choosing friendships has also become quite superficial?
Yes. Again, there are two layers. Friends are friends. You can't have 50 dozen friends. You have a handful of friends. Those friends will never judge you for what you are. Like they would be your true friends. And really it doesn't bother. You don't have to dress up for them. You can meet them in pajamas and they should be fine. Ghar pe aa gaye, kapde yahan pade, bartan wahan pade. You don't have to worry about it. They are your true friends and they will never judge. Unfortunately, the ratio is not even 50-50. In real world, what we see, the ratio is maybe 90-10, 80-20. Classic ratio le lete 80-20. Okay? So 80% of the people would know you superficially. Sometimes jane anjane, we also dress up a little bit, differently.
Present ourselves in a light,
And I don't know whether you are guilty of or no, but I am like that. If I'm going to say a friend's birthday party, I would dress up to, fit that crowd. But if I'm going to another friend's birthday party where I have to make extra effort to fit in with the crowd, and if I have to go out of my way to make sure that I fit in the crowd, I've done that. I'm guilty of that too. So it is, I don't know whether I can blame somebody or not. Yes, it is a concern.
So just to clarify, what I'm referring to is that many times people say, I want to be someone's friend based on how big the house is, what kind of car they're driving, what kind of designer bags they're. And when you base your friendships on these factors, and you decide, I don't want to be friends with this person because they're just living in a simple suburb. Just like we postcode prejudice, a topic I've covered in a previous episode. Then there's a problem because you don't see the person for who they are. You've based it on those superficial factors. Similarly, you are saying you don't know the person who you want as a life partner. You're basing it on a photo, jisme they may not be at their best, and you decide nahi chahiye.
Matrimony mein that's a very false, kind of a way of going, because if you're looking at somebody living in a city wala postcode, he might be very well renting. The whole family might be renting.
True.
They might have a full house in a Western Sydney or something, but they feel now just to fit in, I want to move to one of the glamorous suburbs, and they might be there. How false that could turn out to be.
No, absolutely. So is there a right age to marry, do you think? What from your experience would you say?
No, I wouldn't say there is any right or the wrong age. We live in the country where some kids get married at 16, have their kids at 18 and they survive beautifully. So I wouldn't say that age is not right or, whatever. But if somebody asks me, my simple thing is rather than deciding on the age alone, let's decide on a contributing factor. Are you emotionally ready? Physically, तो भगवान सबको ready कर देता है, तो that's not an issue. Emotionally ready. Are your parents ready? So once you are, say, ladka hai koi, 24 year ka, and if he wants to move out of the house or something, are the parents ready to let him go? Otherwise, work on that ground. Financial readiness definitely needed.
Very important.
Around roughly 27, 28, I would feel is a good age. Body clock ticks. Whether we accept that or no, people who want to get married and have family and have kids and everything, if you're going to keep pushing and pushing till 35, 38, 39, 40, 42, then having organic kid might be a problem. There is a lot of medical help available nowadays and you could go for that. But बाद में भी शादी करके पछताना है तो यार पहले कर लो.
That is hilarious. I've got a few highs that I want to acknowledge. Hi Pankaj. Pankaj Tangri says,
hi Pankaj ji, how are you?
Pankaj says hi. Satish says hi. Kamal Dave Kothari says well said. So there you go. Hi Samay Jain. Good to see you. Parul Mehta at Sydney Social Life. So Samay Jain has also said hi.
Hi Samay.
And Upma Khanna, of course, we've already said hi to, but hi again, Upma ji. All right, so that brings me to another question, that even with arranged marriages, often it has happened that couples split up just in the first couple of years. Uska kya karan? What could be a reason for that, you reckon?
Okay, could be many. ठीक है? I might not have all the answers here because it's case by case studies or something. पर कहीं ना कहीं लोग बोलते ग्रह नहीं मिले थे, हमने पहले कुंडली नहीं मिलाई, इसलिए नहीं मिला. Maybe. Could be things like that. I don't know. But the most obvious one that comes to the mind is ताली दो हाथ से बजती है.
So in English that means you have to clap with both hands.
Yes, it takes two to tango, guys. Sorry, you
takes two to tango.
Definitely. So it has to be something that the groundwork, the foundation is weaker. To any, as we say, any building to sustain, there has to be the stronger foundation and a lot of supporting pillars to make sure that whatever happens, hail, shine, storm, everything, the foundation stays. The pillar does not move. So you need that support system. If there is holes into there or the weakness is there, for example, before marriages, if you have not discussed your finances, if you have not discussed your career goals, if you have, not discussed the family responsibility. Classic example, the guy is here, he's citizen, he's earning into 6 figures, something, somebody marries. The next day they realize, oh, they have so much of a hex to pay, or they have so much of money that they have to pay back to parents because parents are aging, and something on those lines. Unexpected expenses are fine. You can always, deal with that. But the known expenses, if you have not discussed them before, and you're not going to accept after the wedding, then there has to be issues. Sometimes people are not very, how do I say, not transparent with themselves. एक superficialness होती है. And then when you see somebody 24/7 and you don't like a few habits of them, it becomes too, So flexibility from both the ends and making sure you discuss as many things you can potentially discuss before you form an alliance. That is
Also, when we were chatting offline, Parul, we also talked about the fact that many times, let's say a boy who's born here, raised here, wants to find a girl, let's say from India. Very often, the girl in India is used to a very different lifestyle because over there you have the help, house help, this,
Thanks
that,
for reminding that, yes.
And now, what happens when they come here? That also contributes
yes,
to marriages.
Yes. I see. I have all type of clients. So I do get clients who have been divorced. Or just say, for introductory, I ask them what happened, and they say, oh, we did not match. And that is where it's not something my belief. It is something where it's coming to me from the clients or to be clients kind of a scenario. When इंडिया में जो एक परसेप्शन होती है ना फॉरेन में शादी करनी है वाली,
It's so glamorous.
It's glamorous. शाहरुख खान की मूवी जैसे आप उठे हो, कोई वो ऑरेंज ग्लास और ट्रे में ऑरेंज का जूस लेके कोई आई है, एंड वो बड़ी सी फरारी कार है, आपके पास इतना बड़ा मेंशन है. So yes, that could be a reality. Maybe few people might be having that, but not everybody.
Correct.
So when you come here, वहाँ पर भी, for example, the girl is very well professionally, done, अच्छा खाता पीता घर भी है, सब कुछ है उन लोगों का. बट इंडिया में क्या होता है, लेबर बहुत है सबके पास, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द मदर्स और फ्यू ऑफ द मदर्स आर हाउसवाइफ्स और सेमी काइंड ऑफ वर्किंग. सो दे सम गर्ल्स डोंट हैव टू कुक, दे डोंट हैव टू क्लीन. कपड़े तो किसी ने आयरन नहीं करे यार, हम 10 दिन जाते हैं, इवन फॉर 10 days आई डोंट आयरन माय क्लोथ्स, आई गिव इट टू द लॉन्ड्री. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ हाउस वर्क ओवर हियर दैट पीपल हैव नॉट डन दैट.
Very true.
Social circle changes overnight. You all of a sudden now have to not have your friends, you're fitting it with your husband's friends who might not have the same value, not have the same memory. The OZ जो हमारे slangs होते, jokes होते, maybe not easy to pick up. The food is different, the house environment is different. When you land up here, you don't have a job on the very first day. So what happens? Households, everybody, before you wake up, everybody goes for a work. ठीक है, the whole day you are sitting and doing at home what? Dishes, cooking, ironing, folding clothes, walk करने गए, you look for the jobs everywhere, you say local experience नहीं है, you can't survive. So all of a sudden, step by step, you stop loving as much as you love this country or you hope to be. Again, my thing is research.
Yes.
If you feel he's the right person, come here, look at beautiful Australia. Once you love Australia, come and marry.
Yeah. First, you need to understand what is in store for you, rather than coming here completely blind and then being taken aback and then so that's a good point. I do have an audience question that was sent to me ahead, so I'll just read out that question.
Sure.
How to find a life partner for young kids who are born here, who are now currently in the age gap of 25 to 30 years, who haven't yet found a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's a concern for parents how to arrange a marriage for these kids, especially when we don't have family members here.
Okay, so this is a good question, and I'm glad that we are sharing on this, platform.
Yeah.
Yes. So my thing is, whoever first of all, thank you for sending this question through, and whatever this family's concerns are, they are not unique. We all are in the same boat.
Yes.
We all migrated in the country where we don't have family, so them not having their family here is okay. It's survivable situation. Sometimes it's even okay not to be them because they don't understand our kids.
Yeah.
Imagine if your grandmother from India was looking for a girl for your boy here, it would never match. So in a way, it's a blessing. It's a blessing sometimes, right? So that part is done. Now what to do when your kids are 25 to 30 age? Good age. I would say good age. If they're anybody under 25, I would say chill pill, take a back seat, let them figure out their destiny.
Yeah.
And then you worry about when their age is right. Now with 25 to 30 thing and born here, that's fine. There are a lot of kids born here. So, it's not the only kid here. Have your criteria right. You want to meet somebody who is born here, who is grown up in the schooling system here, everything, then wo puri duniya ka nikal ke focus just on that. Have a rule, have a communication between your kids, yourself, your husband, whoever is, they look at somebody else's journey. Okay, uske friends, how they have, managed to get there. And yes, kids sometimes would not be ready at 25. If the answer is no, then answer is no. Give them confidence. And I would always tell I have so many clients, like they are not my paid customer at the moment, but they are in touch with me. They would say similar questions. Oh, but Parul, I really want my daughter to be on your portal, but what do I do? Can I just pay you and you show me? I said no. Things like that doesn't happen. Your daughter would be my client. She will register when she is ready, but let me talk to her once. So now we have people like this situation where we talk. I know where they are at and something. I give them strategies to deal with that, 6 months, 1 year, whenever the kid is ready, what to do in between. And then when the kids are ready, the parents are ready, we start. In between, they find somebody through my advice. I'm really happy for, and that's what I'm doing this community work for.
Right.
So not everybody who needs my advice needs to be my client. Pick up the phone, talk to me, share your concern, and because I don't want to give a generic answer here, because everybody's situation is different. So I don't want to misguide anybody from here. So that is
that's a good point. This person has also asked about prenups. What can we say? And they've asked about rules and laws. Of course, we are not lawyers here, but can you give any general information?
Yes. Look, prenup is one of the emerging kind of a worry into our Indian society. We had never heard of prenup. I don't know about yourself. In my situation, my generation, yes, we are two people earning, me and my husband, goes into same account, and we have absolute trust. Would my kids agree to that situation? How could you do this? Different generation.
They'd be horrified.
This is a different generation, right? So similar, prenup is a product of not Indian origin, but it's a very good, kind of a situation. And people should not overlook just because it's not done in our country, we can't do it. But I'm not the right person to advise. We have legal, bodies who can advise on that. Case by case, take the advice.
Why not?
Why not?
Excellent. I think you've done an amazing job of answering
there you
amazing
go.
questions that
I passed Nim test. Can you believe that?
With flying colors. So that brings me to our rapid fire round. So we are I'm just going to ask you some quick questions.
Okay.
आप तैयार हो?
अरे बिल्कुल.
बिल्कुल. अच्छा ठीक है. So चाय या कॉफी?
डिफिकल्ट. मैं तो दोनों पी लेती हूँ. हस्बैंड पिलाए तो चाय, नहीं तो कॉफी.
क्या बात है. So you like both?
I like both.
ऐसा है कि शक्कर के साथ चाहिए या मसाले चाय?
नहीं. Anything is fine.
Alright.
हाँ, लेकिन अगर डिप वाली हो तो वाघ बकरे की मसाला वाली चाहिए. मसाला बिकर की काली नहीं पी सकते.
This is her non-negotiable, है ना? If it is a dip, then she needs the वाघ बकरी. ठीक है. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl, without a fail.
Really?
Without a fail.
Okay, so we are opposites because I'm a total morning person. After 6:30, after sunset, my batteries are down.
And guess who charges up after that?
That is funny. Acha, heels or flat shoes?
Flat.
Is it?
Yeah, when I was lot thinner and my knees and ankles could handle me, it was heels all the way.
Yeah.
Now I think,
And I think after a certain point, it's about convenience, right? And it's about being comfortable.
Yes. Flats all the way.
All right. Okay, this one is a difficult one for you. Dal chawal or vada pav?
Ye to bhaiya, that part is, I don't think so I have an answer for that. But being born, brought up everything in Bombay, vada pav is, something. पर मम्मा के हाथ के दाल चावल रख दो एंड वड़ा पाव रख दो तो फिर वड़ा पाव कहीं नहीं रुकता लाइक एवरी टाइम इट्स माय पेरेंट्स कुक लाइक माय मॉम कुकिंग गो फॉर इट दैट्स गुड
एंड व्हाट्स योर आइडिया ऑफ अ फन फ्राइडे नाइट
अरे यार शिफ्ट वर्कर को क्या फ्राइडे क्या नाइट क्या फन नाइट
घर आके चाय लेके नेटफ्लिक्स ऐसा कुछ
सी दैट इज अ बोरिंग so I have different personalities. When I work shift work, so sometimes I work morning, sometimes I work afternoon, sometimes I work night.
Wow.
See, so if I'm after Friday afternoon, if I'm at work, I'm at work. Then there is no life. उसके बाद में Friday night is the when my clients want to talk to me. So now matrimony, which is my passion, and I want to. So even if I have planned something outside with my husband or something, कोई emergency वाला meeting आ जाता है. He is more passionate about me to follow my passion. Sometimes I say, नहीं यार, अब नहीं होता है. This is too much. Like this is not something I need my time. But then you're making difference in so many people's life. Parul कर ले यार, doesn't matter. We'll go dinner someday else.
That's so sweet.
That's so nice, right?
So in case you're wondering what is Parul doing on a Friday night, she's typically talking to people.
Yeah, anytime.
Find their perfect life partner.
अभी तो मेरे husband बोलते कोई मुझे फोन कर देगा तो मैं भी जवाब दे दूंगी. So no, I don't have a predictable Friday, but fun night would be if nothing else, phone को कहीं दूर रख लो, Netflix शुरू करो, चाय का कप बनाओ और बैठ जाओ. That's it.
अच्छा, lastly, what's your favorite cuisine? कौन से type का खाना आपको सबसे पसंद है? Which country का?
Absolute foodie. I'm pure vegetarian. I'm Jain by birth. At home we don't eat onion, garlic, कुछ नहीं लाते हैं. Outside and everything, when I go, I choose a venue where more vegetarian options are available. If not, everything is vegetarian.
Right.
ठीक है. But say if I have to go, कुछ भी नहीं सोचना है, जो भी मेन्यू में से मंगाना है मंगा लो. So I go. Lucky enough nowadays we have a lot of vegetarian restaurants. And I like something normal. मेरे को बहुत हाई फाई जाके इतना.
But देसी खाना is your favorite?
देसी all the way देसी मिर्ची डाल के दो यार.
And any favorite place, any restaurants in Sydney that you love going to?
Many a favorite, but let's चटकास जैसे जो होते हैं ना जो बिंदास घर के कपड़े में चले गए खा लिया आ गए.
All the yummy street food you have. Chaat and all.
अरे यार निम यहाँ से खाने जाना पड़ेगा. I love this. I love anywhere where I get a lot of vegetarian varieties.
And you like spicy?
Spicy.
Okay, if anyone's inviting Parul for dinner, make sure you've got the spice ready. वरना एक chili वगैरह कुछ बाजू में रख दो, है ना?
हाँ, और anybody wants to come over, you are more than happy to come over too. Just जो मैं खाऊंगी आपको खिला दूंगी. You are more than happy to come over.
That is so sweet. Well, that brings us to the end of an amazing chat. Is there any last words you want to tell our beautiful audience? Any piece of advice कुछ कहना चाहेंगे आप उन्हें?
मैट्रिमोनी के लिए दे दो.
जो भी
नहीं मैं तो यार कुछ नहीं बोलती. मैं what I tell everybody is yes, it is a daunting process because we make it very difficult. Take this as a normal process. जैसे you studied and you want to look for a job and you want to look for a house. They say you want to look for a partner. Nothing to be ashamed of or I'm a loser या कैसा मिलेगा. Anxiety नहीं चाहिए यार. Enjoy करो ये process को. That's what I say. Enjoy the process of matchmaking. Invest into the people who invest time into you. If they maybe, I'm not saying professional matchmaker like me, your friends, your parents, your colleague, whoever you believe in and who is ready to invest and mentor you a bit, go for that.
Love
That's
it. Fabulous. So there you go. There does not have to be a stigma if you need help in finding the right life partner. Sometimes one needs help, sometimes they just turn up. But it's really all about enjoying the process and enjoying the journey.
Barabar. And my Instagram, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say, he's allowed to say here, but I put all the tips and everything very regularly on my social media.
So what's your thing on Instagram?
Indian Matrimonial.
Indian Matrimonial, do check it out. Thank you so much, lovely people, for joining us on this Sunday afternoon, and I hope you've enjoyed my conversation with Parul. Thank you again, Parul, for this amazing insight on all these factors.
Thank you, Nim. Every time I read your book or see your post or something, I had that dream like, I want to talk to a one-on-one, yaar. And like, you know, what a clarity of thought and everything. So I really wanted to be, and I'm so glad I'm sitting on this chair.
Yes. Chai pe charcha karenge.
I know.
I also want to give a big shout out to Shipra Tawani from Milan Chic for the set decor here. So thank you, Shipra. Thanks a lot. All right, lovely people, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.